the Philadelphia 76ers. A strong start. 3 out of 4. They're looking to set a firm foundation for the year ahead. Grizzlies, Sixers, and back in a moment for the tip-off. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Now, a look at Memphis' starting group. Kennard is out there with Morant. Then there's Jaren Jackson. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Wells in at the 3. And for Philadelphia, we've got Joel Embiid. The machine is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Paul George. And it's Oubre in at the 4-man position. Here we are, Greg, looking at early returns from these teams. It's pretty revealing.
Yeah, the first few games of the season quickly tell you what you're good at. And they tell you also what you need to work on.
Now here's Jackson. It's hauled in by George. Outside, Maxey. Here's the machine. Kennard covering. The machine passes to Oubre. 5 to shoot. Here's George. Rebounded by Jackson. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. Of course, Ja Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Oubre, good.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Maxey against Morant. Pass to Jackson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And you can see the strength that Jackson has added to that huge frame. He is turning into a monster.
And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Here's the machine. Back to Oubre. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Morant surveying the D. Here's Jackson. Here's Clark. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Here's the machine. His last outing, he had 8 points. Maxey against Morant. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Maxey, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Maxey saying, sure, I'll take that.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Morant outside. The pass to Kennard. Now here's Wells, defended by George. Jackson dishes to Clark. 6 to shoot. Kept alive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Jackson Jr.
Jackson's got 5 points so far.
This is how dangerous Jackson can be when he's committed to rebounding.
Here's the machine. Pass to Oubre. Maxey on the wing. Over Morant. And And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Brandon Clark.
Shooting over 80% from the line during his career. Embiid is not only one of the best free throw shooting centers in the league today, he's one of the best all time.
The first free throw is good. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And so he hits both. After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
Ja Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bane missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
George passes to the machine. To the middle. Stolen away. Clark outside. Kennard for 3. Sinks the triple.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Here's the machine. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Embiid. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now here's Jackson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Out to Morant. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Embiid.
Every year he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding. And his awareness of when to go for the block.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. We've got Oubre actually out there with the machine. Then there's Embiid, and it's George in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's the machine. Right side George to the paint, Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by George. And that's now 6 points for Joel Embiid.
The assist for Paul George.
Morant outside. Pass to Huff. Inside. Jackson down low. Covered by Oubre. Jackson, that's good.
Ooh, those are some grown man points there by Jackson Jr.
Maxey passes to the machine. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Shot from 16. Nice spin off the left rim and in. The machine's got his second bucket tonight. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Morant outside. Pass to Jackson. Philadelphia grabs the miss. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth from Carr. Kevin?
Yeah, thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Now the pass to the machine. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot to create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And Memphis making a change here. Clark's checked in. Second free throw, no good. Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
That's good from Morant. R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The 76ers trail by 9. Outside, George. Let's go. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
To the inside. The shot by Wells, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's the machine. Wells grabs the miss. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Down low. Here's Embiid. Second shot opportunity. Oh, muscling it home, Embiid.
Those are some hustle points, really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Morant outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Maxey. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
The 76ers making a switch here. Yabusele's checked in, and the Grizzlies also with the sub. Kennard's checked in. Both free throws good from Morant.
And here in the second quarter, he's starting to work himself to the free throw line. That's a good move.
Maxey passes to the machine. And the shot is long. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. 9-point game. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And some change it. That'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Grizzlies lead by 4. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K.
And your Sixers youth dance team.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And here are the 76ers now, trailing by 4. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Kennard. Clark is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Ja Morant, and it's Wells in at the 3 spot. Here's the machine, lock at 6. Maxey passes to the machine. Philadelphia moving the ball around. From deep, George. It's It's rebounded by Memphis. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
Yeah, you just hope it's nothing serious and that he's able to get back on the court as soon as possible.
Santi Aldama's checked in for Brandon Clark. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Now you look at Kennard, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
And now Maxey pushing it up, and no one back there to stop him.
Remarkable work in transition. Maxey just overwhelms the defense when the break is on.
Paul George.
Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here. Maxey against Morant. Makes it off the glass. Morant's got 9.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
The machine, and he gets it to go. He's got 9.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Up top, Aldama, guarded by Embiid, and that one drops.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to the machine. Aldama with the rebound.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Fires top of the key, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
The assist goes to...
Now it's a 6-point Grizzly lead.
Sharing the rock. Part of what makes Ja Morant such a fantastic player is his ability to pass.
Oubre passes to the machine. Outside, Maxey down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's rebounded by Morant. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Passes it to Kennard. Here's the 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Timeout called the 76ers.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Now a look at the stats for Paul George. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Maxey passes to the machine. Back to Maxey. Clock at 4. And here's George for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 5.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
Morant against Maxey. Kennard on the wing. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
And a moment to check out Tyrese Maxey here. Great showing for him last season. And he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
Oh, yeah, one of the most dependable scorers in the league. He really saved him in several games a season ago.
Defense looks hopeless against Embiid on that slam. He's just too physical.
Here's Morant. He can't hit that time. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers trail by 4. Maxey passes to the machine. To the inside. In intimidating move by Embiid.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Here's Wells. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Wells has got his third bucket of the night. Maxey passes to the machine. Six on the shot clock. A fader. And the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid is getting everything he wants on the offensive side. He's playing some aggressive basketball right now.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now a timeout called by Memphis. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So both teams making some changes here. We'd like to take... The Grizzlies leading by 5. Kelly Oubre out there with Embiid. Then it's George. Then it's the machine. And it's McCain in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Rebound by the 76ers. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Pass to the machine. This one for 3. They get it back. Oubre. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Kennard with the ball. Fades. And it's the machine with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
A dominant night for Joel Embiid offensively. He's taking whatever he wants.
A moment for an injury report. And now let's get an update on Brandon Clarke's injury. David, what'd you find out?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Memphis's head athletic trainer. And guys, unfortunately, he has a collapsed lung. Obviously, that's very bad news. Really not the way you want to start the season. Some bad luck right out of the gate. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Ja Morant, 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Morant.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's the machine. Kennard covering. Embiid kicks to Oubre. Count it, and the foul. KD picks one up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes,
great job of attacking the paint.
Morant passes to Kennard. Loads it up there for Morant. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And that's big-time stuff there. Morant looking unafraid to go get those lobs and finish them.
And the pass to the machine. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Count it.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. And there's a whistle. That goes on Zach Edey. That will be foul number 5 on him. And Memphis making a change here. Huff's jacked in.
To the Grizzlies, Jay Huff.
Philadelphia has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Pass to the machine. Outside, George to tie it up. Oubre on the wing. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
At the line for your Sixers, Kelly Oubre Jr. 2 shots.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. That one drops. He ties it up. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Huff. No good that time. Good D by Embiid. 76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. The machine passes to George to take the lead. That one falls. And the 76ers lead by 2.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Your Sixers ENT.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Maxey's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Memphis's head coach had some words for the team during the break. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Here's the machine. Kennard covering. Maxey, no good. Memphis leading. Here's Morant. Offensive rebound. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
As a player, the rough half, look, it can wake you up. Sometimes it leads to much improved play in the second half.
Edey's checked in for Memphis. Pippen comes in for John Morant. And here's Maxey. Passes it to the machine. Inside. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from George.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
And the way he made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
The pass to Kennard. No good with the triple. The 76ers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. The machine passes to Oubre. Embiid rolls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
The guy you want to have the ball. Embiid, this man is a superstar.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Pippen. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Wells, he's checked in for Pippen. Now Aldama. Lets it go with the three. Rebound by the 76ers. Oubre's got his 6th rebound on the night. He gets that one. The machine's got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it. Won't shy away from the big moment. No hesitation from Jackson Jr. on that shot.
Here's the machine. Kennard covering. Here's the machine. Here's Embiid. Embiid powers it down.
Good to see a player going all out in the games this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. No good on the three.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go. Maxey attacked without any hesitation. I love the confidence from the young fella.
You've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Pippen's checked in for the Grizzlies.
In a tight game, he is exactly who he wanted at the line.
Pippen against Maxey. The second effort. Edey with the rebound.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Pippen finds Jackson. Embiid with the steal. Oubre outside. Got it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
No time to waste on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Outside Jackson. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Oubre. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Ja Morant.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Ja Morant. That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for your Sixers, Tyrese Maxey. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
The thing you love about Maxey is that he always has a smile when he's out there. He's enjoying himself, and he embraces the challenge that the game presents. He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 6.
All right, everybody.
16 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Still a sliver of hope.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
$16 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Wells. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line for your Sixers, Tyrese.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. So the 76ers win it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. And so for Richard Jefferson, Frank Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports.
This one